The handle stopped turning just before it opened. I stood still. I didn't breathe. I didn't move my eyes. The silence was heavy, like the air was holding its breath with me. Then the handle turned again, slow, careful, as if whoever was outside knew I was listening. The door opened, not wide, just enough for something to slip through. I didn't see a face, I didn't see a body. I felt the room change. The air grew cold, not winter cold, empty cold, like something had removed the warmth. I wanted to scream. I couldn't. My mouth would not open. The floor creaked. One step, another. Slow footsteps inside my room. I stared at the wall. I remembered the rule. Don't look. Don't speak. Don't move. So I didn't. The footsteps stopped right beside my bed. I felt it leaning close, close enough to feel breath, but there was no breathing sound, just pressure, like someone standing too close. Then it spoke, not loud, not angry, soft, perfect. It sounded like me, my own voice. It said, "Look at me." My heart started to race. I felt tears in my eyes. I kept staring at the wall. I didn't answer. The voice changed. It became Liam's voice, calm, familiar. "Please," it said, "I need help." I wanted to turn. I wanted to believe it, but I remembered the stairwell, the lock turning, the silence after. The voice sighed, a long, tired sound. Then it said, "Then you can listen." Something sat on the edge of my bed. The mattress sank, slowly, carefully, like it was afraid to scare me. It started to speak. It told me about the house, number 27. It said the house was not born evil. It said people filled it. Families, children, lonely people. They waited together until waiting became all they knew. They forgot how to leave, the voice said, so they learned how to call. I felt cold fingers brush my hand, not gripping, just touching, testing. The voice whispered, "We don't chase, we invite." I felt pressure on my chin like it wanted to turn my face. I closed my eyes tighter. Then it laughed, not loud, not cruel, sad. The footsteps moved away toward the door. The room warmed slightly. The pressure lifted. Before it left, the voice said one last thing, slow, clear. "You'll come back to the house." The door closed, softly. I stayed frozen until morning. When sunlight filled the room, I moved. I checked the door. No marks, no damage, but the air still felt wrong. I went downstairs. Liam's door was open. Inside, the flat was empty. No furniture, no clothes, no sign anyone lived there, like he had never existed. On the wall, written in dust, was one sentence. He answered. That night, I didn't go home. I walked without meaning to. My feet knew where to go. Briarwood Road, number 27. All the lights were on. The door was open, and inside, there was space. And I stepped forward. The moment my foot crossed the doorway, the street disappeared. The door closed behind me. Soft, final. Inside, the air felt old, not dusty, used, like too many people had breathed it. The walls were yellow. The floor creaked. The lights hummed softly. The house felt full, but I was alone. I walked into the living room. There were chairs, many chairs, all facing the wall. On the wall were marks, handprints, different sizes, adults, children, layered on top of each other. I heard footsteps behind me, not fast, not slow, careful. Someone stood beside me. I didn't look. I didn't need to. I knew. The voice whispered, "Everyone starts here." I asked a question. I don't know why. I said, "What happens next?" The voice answered, "You wait." The lights dimmed. The house went quiet. Too quiet. Then I heard it, singing, soft, familiar, the same broken song coming from every room. Doors opened around me. People stepped out slowly, calmly, faces empty, eyes open. They stood in a circle, holding hands. One space was empty, right in front of me. The voice said my name again. This time, I answered. The singing stopped. Everyone turned their head, not their bodies, just their heads, at the same time. They looked at me. Their eyes were open, too open, like they had forgotten how to blink. Hands reached out, not grabbing, waiting. I stepped forward. My feet moved before my mind did. I took my place in the circle. The space closed. Hands held mine, cold, dry, still. No one spoke. The lights dimmed. The wall in front of us was blank, just paint, old, cracked. Then something appeared. Shadows moving slowly across the wall. They looked like people walking, entering, never leaving. The voice spoke again, not beside me, not behind me, everywhere. "This is where we stay." The people around me began to hum. Low, soft, the same tune as if the broken song. I tried to pull my hands away. They did not let go. Not tight, just impossible. The voice whispered, "You are safe now." That was when I realized something worse than fear. I was starting to believe it. First night. Time did not move inside the house. There was no day, just light and then less light. The circle broke. People walked away, not together, one by one, into different rooms, like they already knew where to go. A door opened beside me, a small room, a bed, clean, waiting. I lay down. I didn't remember choosing to. The ceiling was low, too close. I heard whispers from the walls, not words, breathing. I closed my eyes and I saw the street again, my flat, the bus stop, Liam, standing outside, looking up. He opened his mouth, but no sound came out. I tried to scream. I woke up. If that was waking, someone was sitting on the bed, not touching me, just there, watching. The voice said, "Your first night is the hardest." I asked, "Can I leave?" The voice waited, then answered, "Yes, when someone takes your place." I turned my face to the wall. I didn't cry. I listened to the house breathe. I learned the rules. No one told me. The house teaches slowly. You don't ask questions. You don't count time. You don't look out the windows. New people come, like not every day, but often enough. Lost, tired, looking for a short way home. We hear them before we see them. Footsteps, curiosity, the pause outside. The lights turn on by themselves. The song begins. Sometimes I recognize the fear on their face. Sometimes I recognize myself. My voice sounds calm now, kind. I tell them the same words, the words that were told to me. We left the light on for you. One day I stood by the window. I shouldn't have, but I did. Outside, someone was telling this story with my voice, and inside the circle, a space opened, waiting. And the house is already close, not behind you, not in front of you, close. I don't remember how long I have been here. The house took time first, then it took names. I stopped counting faces, but I remember the last one. You. You stood where I once stood, confused, cold, still polite enough to answer when spoken to. The light was on, just like always. You asked the question everyone asks, "Is anyone here?" And I answered, not with my mouth, with the house. You stepped inside. The door closed softly. I felt it then, a pull, like a breath leaving my body. The circle formed, hands met hands, a space opened, not for you. for me. The voice spoke, the same voice, but this time it said my name. Thank you. The walls faded, the song stopped. For the first time, there was silence. I was standing outside on a street I recognized. Cold air, real air. I turned around. The house was gone. No lights, no door, no sound. Just an empty space, like it had never existed. I walked home. I slept. I woke up. Life continued. But sometimes at night, when the street is quiet, I hear a song, very soft, very familiar, and I know the light is still on. The end.